brandy?
I must say I'm a little surprised that you wanted to have dinner with a corporate dinosaur like me, Jules.
No. You're not still upset about that feature, are you?
Well, it was the lead article in your flagship newspaper.
I own the newspaper, Alex. I don't write what's in it. You don't expect me to censor what they write, do you?
You always did.
If I'd known they were going to write those things about you, I would have stopped it.
Oh, you didn't stop them reprinting it in at least 12 of your other papers.
Your name sells newspapers, Alex.
Ah.
We sold every copy on the stands. Come on. Lighten up. I know more than one corporate head that would kill to get any kind of publicity.
Yeah, or die trying.
It won't happen again.
Oh, yes, it will. Jules. Now, listen. You didn't invite me here to apologize for that article, did you?
As a matter of fact, I'm still looking to acquire Addington Publishing.
Yeah, I thought there was more to it. Still not for sale.
I didn't think so. No harm in asking, though, right?
No harm. And if it ever is, oh, wicked witch of the north, you'll be the first to know.
Thanks.
Grazie mille, Giorgio.
Pleasure again. When are you going back to Paris?
Well, I'm on my way. One of yours?
Could be. Sure you have your share of paparazzi tracking you down.
Fight evil, no matter where, no matter when, and no matter what the cost.
Thank you. Mr. Addington, Ms. Devane.
Why the hell didn't you tell me you were getting death threats?
I was going to mention it at dinner, but I was afraid I'd sound like a scared little girl.
You cannot keep things like that to yourself.
You sound just like Father.
Well, I should hope so. You should damn well listen to him. You have any idea who might want to hurt you?
No. I guess that's part of the price of being where I am.
The way you handle this, you won't be anywhere much longer.
What do you expect me to do, stay locked up at home?
Julia, please. I do understand, you know.
Yeah, I know. You've been there.
Look. You go home. Take it easy. I'll look into this.
Thank you, Alex.
Mr. A, know this lady?
Yeah. Yeah, known her since she was a kid.
So it's personal.
Mm-hmm. Mind you, he tends to take it pretty personally when someone takes a pot shot at any of his friends, especially after dinner.
Yeah, especially when he's standing right next to him.
Right.
Powerful lady, this Miss Devane.
Yes, so he's a great white shark.
Hell of a role model for the women of today. Smart, successful, aggressive, good-looking, too. Read that in the London paper.
She owns controlling shares in that paper soon, in case you don't know.
Well, you can't blame a lady for being self-promoting.
Well, let me tell you something about the lady, okay? The lady is arrogant, the lady is manipulative, the lady is ruthless. Okay, well, I don't like the lady, okay?
Have you ever met her?
No, not personally. But I interviewed a lot of people who worked for her. One of her editors hired me to do a feature about women in the workplace. And she canceled it.
Now that there, we call that sour grapes. Sour grapes? It must have been one hell of an article.
Too honest for her, maybe.
What's the plan, Pete?
Well, it's pretty simple. I've already got a meeting set up with Miss Devane. Super sleuth there with a chip on the shoulder will dig into the corporate files, and you are going to hit the streets. See if you can find out who she's made enemies of.
Easier to find out who she hasn't.
Ooh.
Hi. What can I get you?
Coffee, please. Black.
Here you go, Eddie.
Thanks, Brenda. Brenda, pour me a whiskey. Make it a double. 5-star.
Sure, Eddie.
And like I said, Mr. Lloyd, everything is possible if you've got the will and the money. And with a $150 million line of credit from your bank, that gives me all the leverage I need at this point. Yes, of course, you'll get your personal fee up front. Full 1%. Good.
Mr. Sinclair's here, Miss Devane.
Send him in.
Excellent. Miss Devane.
Mr. Sinclair, please sit down.
Thanks. But I'd rather stretch my legs, if you don't mind.
Not at all. Coffee?
Yes, please. Black.
I take mine with cream. It's one of my little vices. June, 2 coffees, please. 1 black.
Are these windows bulletproof?
No. You don't waste a lot of time on small talk, do you?
No, not when someone's life is in danger. Given the events of last night, Miss Devane, I would recommend that you replace the entire bank. The sniper could very easily...
Hit me from one of these buildings.
Exactly.
I'll have the windows replaced. Immediately.
But still, it's an excellent view.
Well, it keeps me honest. Puts things in perspective. That's why I build here instead of over there in the middle of the commercial center where the dinosaurs are. But soon my building will be the center of the new business district.
Magnus Piscarius in Parvum Stagnum.
The biggest fish in the pond. Very good, Mr. Sinclair. You know your classics. My father wanted a son, and he got me. So he named me after Julius Caesar.
And now you're going to conquer the world.
Just rebuild it. See, Mr. Sinclair, I own all the real estate around this building for 3 city blocks.
That's very convenient.
Thank you, June. Perhaps I should get a taste.
I don't think that'll be necessary just yet. But you know, you might seriously consider revamping the security in your reception area. You've got direct access from 3 elevators and absolutely no safety features on your own door.
You are making me feel very vulnerable, Mr. Sinclair.
Well, feeling vulnerable isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Until now, I thought that it was.
Ms. Devane was standing here. One bullet struck right behind her. The other one shattered the window. The trajectory would seem to place our gunman up there. Top of that building, the open door of the elevator shaft.
Anybody see anything?
Nothing we've been able to put together yet. We pulled a slug out of that wall.
Get a make on the bullet?
Forensics still got it. It's an odd caliber, 762 by 64.
Guy used a Dragunov? How the hell did he miss? It could have taken her head off.
Yeah, lucky she didn't get hit. A lady like Miss Devane's too important to be strolling around alone. But I guess that's why you're here.
Yeah, thanks for the info.
Hey, Sinclair doesn't do his own legwork anymore?
Depends on what kind of legwork you're talking about. You're sticking real close to that Miss Devane.
What a lucky dog. Tell him to stop by before he leaves town.
You got it.
So, Stone, who did it?
Oh, that's easy. Somebody who doesn't like her.
Well, lots of those.
Or somebody who knew where she was eating.
Somebody who wasn't a very good shot?
Or somebody who's better than we think.
And I'm going to need to know all your movements.
Oh?
Yes, do you have a problem with that, Mr. Devane?
I've never allowed anyone to know that much about me.
Well, things are going to be different now. But I'll try and make it as painless as possible.
Thank goodness. And will I get to know all your movements?
No.
Sorry, Junior. I just had these papers for you to sign. Shall I come back?
No, it's okay. Come on in, Sam. I'd like you to meet Mr. Sinclair. Sam Lever is my lawyer.
Very pleased to meet you.
How do you do?
He knows more about my business than I do. Mr. Sinclair is going to help me stay alive.
Excellent.
Yeah, bye-bye, Johnny.
Don't worry, they're with me. Ms. Devane, Mr. Stone.
Call me Stone?
Good grip. And this is Gabrielle Jamon.
Yes, Jean, you used to be a writer, didn't you?
Yes.
We all toy with writing, don't we? I hope you're finding your new career more fulfilling.
Thank you.
Gabrielle is narrowing down the list of suspects. Mr. Stone will be supervising the new security arrangements.
Thank you, Mr. Sinclair. That's very thorough of you.
Well, we aim to please, and they are very good.
You hired them? I'm sure they are. We should get going.
Right. I'll be online if you need me.
Nice meeting you.
One day I'm gonna get that.
Lady?
Just playing Peter.
What do you think, Mr. Sinclair?
Not enough cover.
You are always on the job, aren't you? I meant the lingerie.
But what it leaves to the imagination could fit into a teacup.
Do you like it?
Yes. Though I'm not sure that I have the legs for it.
After today's launch, this lingerie will be in every woman's store worth shopping at.
Most of which you own.
Of course. You know, I've discovered some excellent quality fabric. There's nothing like silk against bare skin. Go ahead, feel it. It's all right. Go ahead. She doesn't mind.
It's excellent.
Thank you. We manufacture this lingerie in Southeast Asia. Have you ever been there?
Yes, many times. Though unfortunately not for the last couple of years.
You really should. These are exciting times right now. Business is booming. I get over several times a year. If you're ever free, I would love to show you around. They've made some wonderful changes to the Bangkok Oriental. And I have discovered an exquisite restaurant in Kowloon.
You know, I'm not sure I can keep up.
I'm sure you could. Enjoying the show?
I'm sorry.
I think your boss must be losing his judgment.
Why?
Because he should be grooming you to take over the company. Or is he?
No. No, that's not why I joined.
Perhaps she's taking new stock of the situation. You're smart, well-educated. You're clearly overqualified.
I'm quite happy doing what I do.
In some circles, your modesty would be charming, Peter. Doesn't quite work.
Why doesn't it quite work?
The line needs a little more refining.
No, I was really referring to my modesty.
Ah, because I am really more interested in the man behind the charm. The man who knows what he wants, what he needs, and takes it. When I look at you, that's the man that I see.
That's very flattering, Mr. Vane. There's really no need for it. You'll get exactly the same service regardless.
I'm sure I will. That's part of your charm. But that's also one of the reasons why you could be moving in better circles. Think about it. Lovely, isn't it, ladies? Do you know why the best lingerie in the world is designed by women?
Well, because only a woman really knows how to weaken a man's resistance.
And because we know what it takes to entice him.
Well, how's it going with her?
She's certainly dynamic.
That's an understatement. I could use someone like her in my organization.
That's all we need is another headstrong executive whirling around in this place.
Well, Julia's style has a few quirks, I must admit, but she sure as hell knows how to make things happen. I guess you're finding that out firsthand.
Yes, I am, sir.
Well, you watch your step, Peter. She's a hard lady to say no to. Any leads as to who took that shot at her?
No, not yet. Gabrielle and Stone are exploring certain avenues, and I'll be catching up with them later.
Well, you give Julie the same first-class treatment you gave me. Understand?
I'll try, sir.
Nobody's spending much these days, Stone. Money's tight. I'm a little short myself.
Well, let's see if we can't help you out a little bit, Chucky.
So, what is it that you want?
Somebody tried to pop Julia Devane. You hear about it?
Yeah, guy missed. Hope you're not looking to hire him.
Well, I figured I'd give him a few pointers, that's all. Used a weapon like this.
Didn't buy it here?
Well, you're the only one in this city that sells a Dragunov SVD, I checked.
This is the only one I've ever had in stock. And it's never left the store.
What about ammunition for it? You sell any of that recently?
Sold a box here and a box there. In fact, yes, there was a lady in the other day who bought a box.
She got a name?
She didn't need one. Paid cash.
What about a picture?
Yeah, I got a picture.
You think we can go see what she looks like?
Sure. Follow me.
This is for free, right?
Yeah, but you pay for the tape.
Yeah. Got no problems this time. Well, this is like the second time
Mr. Mall. Oh, what a pleasant surprise. Come in, come in. Come
in. How are you? Gabrielle. I haven't seen your byline in too long. Where have you been?
On sabbatical.
Oh, welcome back. What do you got for me?
A feature on women at the top.
We got a big no on that feature last time. Miss Devane didn't like the way you were treating her.
I remember. She liked it this time.
Why? What's changed?
I need the money.
Gabrielle Jean-Mal selling out to this establishment. Oh, that's a feature in itself.
I've got most of the new research. I just need to update it. Stan? Come on, Stan. We can try it. We've done good work together, after all.
We'll cut the allegation that Ms. Devane and the chairman of the Securities Commission were involved with each other?
I'll even cut the section where I prove that she used thugs to terrorize her corporate competition in Mexico.
Okay, okay. I get first crack at your next features.
They're yours?
And you don't argue with my editorial decisions on any of them.
Well, as long as you don't make the wrong choices.
Deal.
I need an access code for the databanks.
No problem, I'll arrange it. Listen, Gabby, if we do a good job on this feature, and, well, I can't guarantee anything, but...
As usual?
There's a good possibility my job might be opening up soon.
Are you quitting?
No, moving up. Let's just say that Julia's empire is going to be expanding radically very soon. There's going to be a lot of new opportunities for qualified people.
Oh, I see. Well, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Yes, it's much better now, Alex. I can't thank you enough for what you've done. Peter tells me that soon I'll be as well protected as you are. Yeah, thanks again. I will. Alex sounds like he doesn't need you right now. He wants you to stay with me as long as you consider it necessary. How long do you think that will be?
Well, until you stop feeling vulnerable, I imagine.
I don't know when that will be now that I've gotten used to you. Oh, that must be Sam. We were going to go over some contracts.
Let me show you. That one. See, Ormond cons.
I'm going to be a couple of hours.
I'll talk to you later.
Better, so why don't you pick me up and you can explain the security system at my house?
All right. I'll come back in a couple of hours.
Got your man yet, Mr. Sinclair?
No, Mr. Lever. But don't you worry. We're working on it.
Good.
Sorry I'm late, guys. Where's Pete?
It's tied up. He called and said that he wouldn't be able to meet you until later, but he'll call when he's free.
Thanks, JJ. What you got?
All the records from Devane's flagship newspaper, including her restricted files. She's got personal files on everyone.
Sounds a little bit like you, Gabby.
I don't collect information to crush people.
How did you get into her restricted files? Bet you she didn't give you the code. Yeah, just what I thought. I'll take a look at this. See what we got here. Look, right there. See that lady? See if we can ID her.
What's her connection?
I'm not sure. But if we can scan her through the computer, maybe come up with a rap sheet, something.
Okay.
JJ.
Yeah?
Pete say how we can get a hold of him?
He's with Miss Devane. Now, he said he'd keep his cellular turned on.
It's not all that's going to be turned on.
You actually have to get pretty close even to see it. Look, there it is. It's very small. It's quite clever, though. It's got its own power source, and the camera gets turned on automatically by the motion detectors that sweep the entire perimeter of the house.
So I can see any intruder without them knowing.
That's right. From any television monitor in the house.
See how it works?
Now, we've set up exactly the same system for you, covering the back garden. So all you have to do is press the power button, and voila. It's not quite so riveting as the Late Show, but what can you do?
I'm sure it will help me to sleep better.
Sleep? I thought high-powered business persons like yourself never slept.
We like to encourage that idea. It makes us seem more invulnerable than we are.
Well, in that case, we better check the monitors in the rest of the house.
You know, when I get up here, alone, I feel very vulnerable.
Well, you're not really alone. There's lots of you. Vice President's here. That seems like rather a large reward for going to bed with the boss. I mean, most people just get flowers.
Oh, orchids, no doubt.
I'm not really looking for a change.
At least promise me you'll think about it. Long and hard. All right. I'll manage. Sure, Alexander needs you more than I do.
Maybe. But only in certain departments.
It's a little early to be hitting on me, mister.
Just talking, making conversation, you know?
What's that?
That's a bullet. Same kind of bullet that almost blew out some lady's head 2 days ago.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Same kind of bullet that could link you to attempted murder.
I've never even seen one of these before, okay?
Must be some other lady who looks like you that bought a box of these 2 days ago.
What are you doing?
Calling the cops. Maybe you can help them find that other woman.
What, you're not a cop?
No, ma'am. But I got friends down at the station that could probably add to your rap sheet.
Okay, listen. I didn't buy those bullets for myself.
Who'd you buy them for?
Just this guy that comes in here. We were sort of seeing each other.
Do you know where he lives?
Oh, I don't know. Haven't seen him since he got some money in his pocket.
Well, in that case, you wouldn't mind helping me find him. What's his name?
Eddie. Yeah, I got it. Thanks. Merde.
What?
The First Unified Financial Bank has just freed up $150 million to underwrite a new acquisition for the Vane Corporation. That's why Stan offered me a job. He's one of her editors. He's going to be in charge of the Vane's new line of papers.
Okay, go on.
Can't you see what it means?
You're going back into journalism.
No. It's what she's been planning all along. A $150 million loan from the investment bank puts her in a position to buy out Addington Publishing.
And what if Mr. Addington doesn't want to sell?
It doesn't matter. As long as she can get shareholders to sell enough of their shares to her, she could take over control. We better get Mr. Eddington.
That's a hostile takeover. Never. Now get these papers off my desk and get the hell out of here.
As you wish, sir. But I'm merely here to inform you that the Julia Devane Corporation is placing a very attractive bid to take over controlling shares of Addington Publishing.
Like hell, it's attractive. She'll squeeze it for all it's worth for what she needs and throw the rest to the wolves.
Nevertheless, sir, you do have a responsibility to the stockholders to inform them of the offer. I trust you will inform them.
That'll be for me to decide. Now get out of here. Miss Previn, get me Peter Sinclair.
I believe you'll find Mr. Sinclair is with Ms. Devane.
Double-dealing shrew.
Mr. Sinclair's cellular is not responding, sir.
All right, all right. Get me a list of all major stockholders in publishing.
Hell, you could have called.
Tried. Your cellular wasn't on. What? And nobody here was answering the phone. Is it early, Pete, or is it late?
No. I've been here for a while, just checking things over. Anyway, what have you got?
Well, Gabby's got a lock on the address.
Thank you.
What's the matter?
I got a fix and I took a shot at you.
It's a relief. Who is it?
Eddie Grant. Professional hitman.
Give me a hand, quick. Okay, I got it.
Well, this guy's been gassed. Hell of a place to fall asleep, Eddie. Looks like he had some help.
Better call the police.
In the last hour, I'd say.
Yes, Sinclair.
Peter, Julia Devane called me. I think you could have had the decency to tell me that you were planning to jump ship.
So what are you talking about?
Are you telling me she didn't offer you a vice presidency in her company?
Yes, sir, she did.
And you're considering it? Damn it, answer me.
Sir, I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one.
Peter!
What's up, Pete?
I've notified the major stockholders about the meeting.
Thank you. Can they make it?
Oh, yes. And I think they will vote to reject the offer.
Well, they just might be inclined to accept it. They bought the stocks to make money. Julia is promising them just that.
Well, she won't get my stocks.
Thank you, Bennett. But I'm afraid with the price she's offering, she's not going to miss them.
Why don't you try convincing her to withdraw? Pay her blackmail.
Greenmail, Bennett. We say greenmail in business.
Yeah, greenmail, blackmail, it all amounts to the same thing. I won't pay it.
I know what I'd like to do with them.
You know, it has never crossed my mind for a second that Peter would ever...
Perhaps you were a bit unfair to Mr. Sinclair. You pronounced him guilty before he had a chance to say anything. I think you should talk to him again.
It's wonderful news. We've actually done it. We're going to have it all. I could have never made Addington tumble so fast without you.
Do you want me to go back to Paris with you for the meeting?
No, you've done enough. Just keep an eye on things around here.
You expecting someone, Julia?
No, no one. It's Peter Sinclair.
I told you to be careful who you open the door to.
I saw you on the television monitor. Surprise. I was just tying up some loose ends.
Yeah, I bet. Acquisition loose ends, no doubt.
You heard what happened.
Damn right I did. But why the hell didn't you tell me you were planning a hostile takeover?
Couldn't afford to. You're still on Addington's payroll. You're a man of loyalty, Peter. You would have felt compelled to tell him, and timing is everything in this
Yeah, well,
kind of
your
a
timing
move.
stinks, Julia. But why did you tell me you'd offered me a vice presidency? I was considering accepting it.
You are, aren't you?
But you could have afforded me the courtesy of allowing me to tell him myself.
Does that mean you accept my offer?
No. Why, yes. But on certain conditions.
You won't regret it.
Oh, by the way, Julia, there's some more news on the hitman. It seems as though he had a girlfriend.
You talked to her?
No, not yet. Stone's onto it. But we understand that Mr. Eddie Grant liked to talk about his jobs.
Feel a lot less vulnerable already.
Nice shooting, Lever. You know you wasted a whole pile of money? You didn't need to hire Eddie.
I don't know any Eddie.
Nobody does anymore. You saw to that.
Who the hell are you?
I'm the bulletproof glass man. You know about bulletproof glass, don't you? Like in your boss's office? Move it.
Can I get you a drink?
Listen, I've got nothing to say.
I'm not interested in reading you your rights, pal.
What do you want?
She's here, Mr. Addington.
I'm sure in. Arrived at last.
Come in, Julia. Come in.
Alexander, get straight to it, shall we?
Please. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Devane. Miss Devane has the floor.
Thank you for coming. You've all been investors long enough to know that what I'm offering means a very healthy return on your investment. But actually, it means much more than that. It means doing business a little differently with more money in your pockets. Mr. Addington has built his publishing division into a fine corporation. The growth figures aren't terrible. You've all gotten back your initial investment, even made a little money. But you've grown complacent. I'm offering you a chance to share in the big dividends. To that end, I would like to introduce you to my new Vice President, Peter Sinclair. He can go over the details with you and explain to you why he's now on my side. Mr. Sinclair?
Thank you, Mr. Vane. Well, some of you may know that I've worked for Mr. Addington for a long time. In many ways, he's been more like a father. Indeed, without his perpetual help and encouragement, I probably wouldn't be standing here today in this new position. Thank you, Alexander. But I'm not here to talk about me. I'm here to talk about Mr. Vane. She's young, dynamic, aggressive. Of course, as you can see for yourself, very beautiful. So, would you do the honors? But don't be fooled by the mere charm and beauty. There's a lot more to Mr. Vane than meets the eye. She's the type of person that would put her own life at risk just to close a deal. Indeed, she has done exactly that with the help of her lawyer, Sam Lever, who has seen fit to have a heart-to-heart talk with my two colleagues. You see, Mr. Lever is what you might call a hands-on employee. He designed an elaborate assassination attempt on his boss's life. Isn't that right, Mr. Lever? But that assassination attempt was a hoax. Complete fabrication. Why? To raise Mr. Vane's public profile? To show that she was a corporate head that could defy death? Maybe. At any rate, when I told her that we had identified and located one Eddie Grant, a hired assassin, she instructed Mr. Lever to get rid of him, which is exactly what he did.
Is it lies? I don't know anything about this.
I don't think so, Mr. Vane. You have a complete dossier on Eddie Grant in your restricted personal files, dated several months ago.
These ridiculous allegations will never hold up in court. They're being set up. Congratulations, Alexander. I never thought you'd sink so low to smear me.
Please, Julia, you're getting a little ahead of yourself, aren't you? This isn't a courtroom. It's a simple business meeting assembled at your request. Shall we continue?
You betrayed me.
Afraid you don't understand very much about loyalty.
Well, Miss Devane had an interesting reception when she landed. All of her newspapers were there, fighting to get the inside scoop.
And you, of course, were in the front line.
Well, I have a feature article on Miss Devane that's been sitting on hold for too long.
Have you found the right publisher yet?
Well, I'm open for offers.
Well, thanks, but I think I'll just buy the article for now. And I'm sure I won't have to change a word.
How did Julia handle the police?
Like a pro. Hung Lever out to dry. Gotta love her, though. Said she'd do anything to help.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll do everything in her power to come out smelling like a rose.
Is that what she smelled like to you, Pete? Like a rose?
More like belladonna, I should think, Mr. Stone. Anyway, thanks to both of you. Good work.
Link out.
Peter. Tell me, how serious were you when you were considering Julia's offer?
About as serious as you thought I was.
Well, I'm glad you stood by your old father.
I never said old.
Oh, thanks. We can't set aside loyalty for mere profit or gain. When we do, we're all betrayed.